Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
How's it going, podcast family? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 460. I'm Phil Graham. Today, we're going to be talking about the real reason most Facebook and Instagram ads fail. And a little hint, it's not always the ads. So most people blame Facebook when their ads don't work, or they blame the cost, or the competition, or they blame AI, or any number of things. But in many cases, it's not any of those things or the ads. So today I want to walk you guys through some real reasons that are very common that Facebook ads fail, which none of them have anything to do with your ad or your campaign settings. I have audited so many ad accounts from so many different industries over the years, way too many to even count. And there is a pattern, my friends. The ads are not always the root problem. It just helps expose it. So this episode should be helpful, whether you're super experienced, brand new to ads, or anywhere in between. So how's your week going, my friends? Happy March. I can't believe it's March 3rd. We are into the third month of the year, and it's going by fast already. I miss football. I'm glad my Seahawks are Super Bowl champions, though, but I'm missing football, but that's okay. We got baseball coming up, so that's always good. But I hope you guys are doing really well. I've got a little PSA for you real quick, too. I'm going to be real brief on this, but this is something I'm seeing more and more online. Two things. Number one, all this BS about, hey, start an AI agency and you'll make $1 bajillion by next week. That's a bunch of crap. The people selling that stuff don't even have agencies themselves in most cases. They're just selling you crap on how to start something they don't even have. So be careful with that. The second thing I'm seeing is more towards advertisers, and I'm seeing so many people market services or software tools that allow you to just direct spam people, like on LinkedIn and email spam. Now, I don't know about you. When's the last time you've gotten a spam email or a spam DM where you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, let me respond to this? For me, it's been, probably never. So please don't fall into those traps. There's so much bad crap going on out there when it comes to marketing, such bad advice. Just be careful. Now, before we jump into the content, if you guys need help with your ads, whether you want some one-on-one coaching and consulting specific to you and your situation, or you want somebody to run your ads for you, for either one of those things, just go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital, and let's connect. So let's start off by really saying what ads really are. They're like a big magnifying glass. On their own, they don't just create demand, they amplify and magnify what is already there. So if your offer is weak, then it'll just accelerate failure because it'll get more people to a weak offer quickly. If your positioning or credibility isn't there, it'll amplify confusion or distrust. So think of Facebook ads like gasoline. If your engine is broken and you put a bunch of gas into it, that doesn't fix it. You've got to have a good engine. You still need the gas, but you really have to have both. And that is something that most people really don't understand when it comes to ads. So let's talk about some of the most common problems. I'm going to share 4 of them that I see when Facebook ads are failing, when it is not specifically the ads or the campaigns or anything like that. Now, a couple points. Sometimes it is the ads. A lot of times it's not. So it does depend. The other thing is I'm sharing 4 of the most common problems today, but there's probably about 727 of them. So keep that in mind. But this is 4 of the most common that I've seen over and over and over again. Problem number 1 that can cause your ads to fail is a weak offer. So if you've got an offer, whether it's for a lead magnet where you want their email, or you're actually selling something, or you want people to schedule a call, if the offer is weak, if there's nothing compelling, if there's no urgency, if there's no clear outcome, if there's not a sense of urgency where it's like, hey, this is the time to do this. If you don't have any of that stuff, you could have a perfect ad. Your ad could have that stuff, but then maybe it goes to a landing page that doesn't, and you could have problems and you might fail, even though the ad could be great. Or a lot of times the ad doesn't have it and the landing page or sales page doesn't have it. So you want to start off by really looking at your offer, whatever that may be, because that is one of the biggest failure points that I see time and time again. Number two is positioning. And that is such a big deal. There are so many people that just have horrible positioning in the marketplace. Whether you are a product business, a service business, a local business, digital business, whatever it is, you have to position yourself in a way that your customers and clients, who are your ideal customers and clients, they get it and they understand quickly and that they want to actually do business with you. In my situation, if I just position myself as an ad guy that helps businesses, I mean, it's okay, but there's like a zillion of them. I'm more positioned as the no BS guy that calls out all the BS and tells it like it is and teaches you things that you should learn. And that's a big difference. And it's genuine. It truly is genuine. So when you create your positioning, you don't want to blend in. You've got to be different. And it also has to be genuine, because if it's not, people are going to see right through it. But having bad positioning or no positioning or just looking and sounding like everyone else is pretty much a recipe for failure, whether it's with your ads or the other side of your ad. Like I mentioned with the first problem, you could have perfect positioning in your ad, but if you send them to a landing page or a sales page that doesn't, then you're probably going to fail. Number three, this is a big one. Your ideal customers and clients are sophisticated and smart. They have information at their fingertips 24/7, 365, and they have seen it all, my friends. They've seen every kind of an ad, every kind of pitch, every kind of hook. They've seen all the crap. They've seen generic stuff. They've seen it all. And when you launch ads, or again, the ad could be perfect, but maybe it's the landing page or sales page that is just generic or just saying what everyone else says, then they're probably not going to pay attention, because it's just the same old crap that they've seen over and over and over again. And they're too smart for that. I'll give you a great example. Let's say you've got a sense of urgency. You've got an offer with a countdown timer. Now, is it a legit countdown timer? Be honest, I hope it is. But if you refresh the page, does it start counting over? Is it not really going to count down? If they visit 3 weeks from now, is it still going to be there? That's the kind of stuff people are tired of. And so you got to understand, your customers are smart. You don't want to just be generic, and you don't want to do what everyone else does. You want to be genuine. You want to be authentic. You want to stand out, and you really want to have all of that seamless between your ad as well as your website, your landing pages, and your sales pages. And then the fourth problem, and this is a big one, and that is credibility and trust. This is one of the most important things in the world when it comes to business, when it comes to ads. And so many times I'll be auditing an account and I'll see like maybe a good ad, although a lot of times I got to fix those too. But even if it's a good ad, I go to a landing page or a sales page and I see that there's either no credibility and trust or it's not very good. So you have to realize, when people buy from you, you are not Amazon. I'm not Amazon. We don't have automatic trust. So we have to work hard to get that trust. And so you've got to demonstrate that. You've got to do it in your ads. You've got to do it on your website, on your landing pages, and sales pages. Social proof. You want to have some credibility elements and stuff in there. You want to talk about why you do what you do, who you do it for, how long you've been doing it, what makes you different, and how that difference benefits your customers and clients. Because many times having that versus not could make all the difference in the world. It's not a magic button. It's not a guarantee. Nothing is, but I would much, much rather have that than not. I think it improves our chances of success so much more. So if you work on these things and try and fix these things, especially on your website and landing pages and sales pages, your ads might not have to do as much of the heavy lifting as they normally do. It might be lower friction and more seamless. It might improve your conversion rate. It might be easier to scale. So there's a lot of good benefits that can come from that. So if your ads are not working and you're struggling, maybe before touching your targeting or your budget or your campaign structure or just changing it all, ask yourself, is the offer really strong? Are you sure? Is there credibility and trust there? Have you done enough to really blend that in your ads as well as your website? And are you positioned properly? And are you really having enough differentiation and communicating that to your clients about how it benefits them? Ask yourself those things, and that will tell you what you should maybe change next. So I hope that was helpful. This stuff can be super powerful, but like I said earlier, there's no guarantees. It's not an easy button. But again, between doing these things versus not, I would much, much rather do these things. And I highly recommend you guys do that as well. And as always, just a reminder, it's always important to point out that every business is unique. Results can vary. There's no guaranteed outcomes. So always keep that in mind. My friends, episode 460 is in the books. Thank you guys so much for being here. Next week, I'm going to be talking about retargeting and how to really leverage that and exactly what I'm doing this year with retargeting. Until then, I hope you have an amazing week. If you want to get in touch, philgrahamdigital.com is the website. At philgrahamdigital, DM me on Instagram. I will talk to you on next week's episode. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.